All right, so I need to move. All right, preparing the live stream. I wonder if it's gonna be extra slow because of my
Because like, how do we like link people
and
to this, you know?
yeah, oh, there's just a share link. Yeah, there's just a share link right here on the
Oh, we're already live.
yeah, we are live, man.
We're just
We
looking like idiots right now.
are live. No, bro. We just look like professionals. That's what we are.
Yeah, we totally know how to do this.
Yeah, we totally know what we're doing.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Well, welcome everybody. By everybody, I mean you and I.
Yeah.
Just Andy and I. We are figuring this shit out as we go. And I'm gonna have to take my glasses off because my glasses just looks, I just look like a um that reflects all the screen and stuff. Well, it is a very toasty day. Is it toasty over where you are?
Yeah, I got the air conditioning blasting.
Oh, damn, bro, you're so fancy and shit.
No,
AC.
I can't deal with heat.
Yeah. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. This is what we call the Hump Day Live, Hump Day Meet
Hump
Live,
Day Meats.
where no editing at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Where Andy and I just hop on live and just shoot the shits, man. Just two dudes shoot the shits. So
Yeah.
welcome to Let's Meet in the Middle.
Very first episode.
Yeah, YouTube channel. We got an Instagram and maybe a TikTok too. We're just two dudes who are curious about constantly learning everything masculinity related, right? And we talk
Well, I
about
mean,
like
just
our
yeah.
relationship, dating, all kinds of stuff.
All right, let's get. I guess I don't know. What do you
Yeah,
want
there's
to
no
talk for the
format,
first?
bro.
Yeah, there's no format. What do you want to do for the
The
very
format
first
is well,
subject?
introduce ourselves, man, because nobody knows who the fuck we
Yeah,
are. By nobody,
and
I mean nobody's
nobody's.
watching anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, well, my name is Tony Shriller. I am a stand-up comic and entrepreneur. And Andy,
Just nothing exciting as a stand-up comic. Just in the IT field for a while. Just looking to make a move.
that's very exciting, bro. That's very exciting. Um, so what's going on this week, Andy? What do we have going on?
Not too much. I just been grinding, try to get through the days. What about you?
Well, lots of moving pieces on my end. Growing the businesses, growing the family, and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about some new stuff though actually pop into my head. I've been following this guy. I think he's Goop 2. I think that's his name if you
Goop
find his
2?
Instagram. So he basically what he does is he examine or slash expose fake fitness influencers out there or just influencers in general, right? Content creators
Mm.
who basically are hypocrites, right? And he basically exposed them of it, right? Now, typically what he does is he would show like, for example, if it's like a fitness influencer saying like, oh, like you should really embrace your body. It doesn't matter what your shape is, right? But then they post all these photos and videos of themselves edited, heavily
Oh
edited,
yeah.
right? So, long story short, this guy, I've been a fan of his for a while now, and he exposed a person who's apparently very big. I've never heard of her before. You should look her up. Sadia Khan.
You never heard of her?
Sa
I've heard of
Saudi,
her.
I've never heard of her. I don't know
Yeah.
where you've been watching. Oh, there you go. What? So she's been exposed, bro. Have you seen it?
I think I've seen like small things here and there about it. I haven't followed it too much.
Yeah, so it's been pretty crazy apparently. Yeah. So anyway, so that's been really interesting because I think I literally don't know much about her, but from my understanding, she is like a relationship coach for men. Is that correct?
Yes, like life coach. I think that's how she
Is she a life coach or relationship coach?
I think she says both.
I see.
Mhm.
But yeah, apparently she is that, and yeah, she is doing the opposite. Apparently, she is, let's see here, Sadia Khan. Um, yeah, she's been exposed of apparently being a side piece.
A side. Oh, so she's like a
Yeah,
mistress.
she's a mistress. Okay, so how it started was the guy Goop 2, um, he just said like, hey, like here's a video of you obviously like editing your own like waistline and all that stuff, right? But then like you're
Mhm.
out there telling women to just be who they are, embrace their body, be confident, blah blah blah, right? It started with that, but apparently she just went nuts on him and his girlfriend and his fans,
Jeez.
calling them like animal porn addicts and all that stuff. Like, yeah, she just went berserk. And now she just exploded, dude. It's crazy. It's
I
pretty
mean, she
nuts.
was already pretty big. I guess now she's getting
Yeah.
popularity
Well, I mean, she was big, but she
even
was
more.
now her entire business is like crumbling, you know? Well, okay.
Is it
Let me
crumbling
rephrase.
or I don't know.
Let me rephrase. I don't know if it's crumbling, but definitely it's very hard for her reputation to come back now, I think. Um, yeah. So that's that's interesting news. I'm
Mhm.
surprised. Okay, so you knew about her.
Yeah, she always goes on about like how men could be high value and how women can associate themselves with being high
Yeah.
value to attract those men. So
Yeah.
she kind of as a life coach for both women and men, I think. That's what she
Mm,
advertised herself as.
I see. I see. Did you pay for her coaching, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm like a grand in right now, 2000
Yeah.
grand. Am I
Two,
in?
two, 2,000. No,
No.
I think it's 6 to 8 grand
Oh
per
shit, is that
call.
much money? Jeez,
Yeah,
never mind.
6,000 for 30 minutes.
No, I'm good. I don't want to 6,000 not even for a whole hour. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, you apparently you can just make fun of her and then she'll just keep calling you for
Oh, jeez, that's all it
that's what she
takes.
was doing. But anyway, so that's been really interesting. I know there are a lot of creators out there that are just talking about it. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, there's a whole lot. I mean, this is still in the very beginning. It's
Mhm.
I feel I feel bad in a sense of like this totally could have been avoided if she had just been like, "Oh yeah, I edited the video." You know what I mean? Be a
Just own
little bit
up to
like
it.
owning up to it, you know? Um, and then probably would have been it.
Mhm.
But the fact that she kind of just went crazy,
Well,
um,
I don't know.
and
She
then
kind of
things
came out
getting
of
taken down.
she really came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
She rose to stardom or like fame like pretty quick because she was spouting a lot of, a high value man does this and that.
yeah.
And I think it resonated with a lot of men. That's why she was like a champion for men.
She found her niche.
Hmm.
Yeah. She found her niche, but this is actually a really interesting topic. Maybe we need to educate ourselves a little bit more. I need to study more about her. Um, I think you probably know a little bit more about her than me, but I think in general, I am very familiar with like the speaking and coaching industry, right? Like I've
Yeah.
worked with many of the people that are like in the top tiers, right? And they're definitely like almost every single one of them has some sort of like quote unquote controversy, right? One way or
Hmm.
the other. Um, but yeah, at this level of like craziness, um, I just feel like part of me is like, you gotta go see like some of the screenshots and shit, dude. You gotta watch some of these like videos. Like
Like the ones that expose her.
the no, well, yeah, you can watch those, but like the ones that like she was like replying to, like
Hmm.
she's like insulting people like hardcore, you know? Like, why would you even do that? Like, for me, it was like, okay, this could be like her VA
Hmm.
who was instructed that this is a part of the brand, right? So you go out there and do that. But then it's like, dude, that's crazy. Um, I mean, if you- and the other one's like, okay, if that's actually her, then like, what in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, like, what do you like? Imagine if you were somebody who believed in her product, right? And you not only believed in it, but bought it, right? Like you spend 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 50 grand, however much money you spend.
Well, yeah, if it's $6,000 per 30 minutes. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So imagine that, right? Like,
I mean, that shows me that she has very little emotional resilience, right?
yeah, well,
If
but
this is
what?
true, I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't really looked
Yeah,
into it, but if what you're saying is true, then that shows that yeah, she's very emotionally immature.
yeah. but then like she's able to somehow make a whole business out of it.
I think it's
Which I
very
mean, like
easy to
she's not
make a
alone, but
I think it's very easy to make a business out of helping men
anything.
that are confused.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about that. I agree with you. I think it's very easy. Well, I think it's not difficult to start a business of any kind to help people who are lost in any
Hmm.
aspect of life, right? Now, whether or not you can actually provide value and do it ethically, that's a whole different game, right? Like it's not that difficult because it's very simple, right?
Right.
Entrepreneurship is just like you find there's a problem and you have the solution and then you just connect the dots. That's it. It's very simple, right?
I think a lot of people skip over that ethically.
Yes. Well, that's a problem, right? Like a lot of people are willing to sell their souls for the buck, right?
And that's why you have all these super right-wing guys that have a huge following for these
Hmm.
20 to 30 something year old kids
Yeah.
or adults. I shouldn't call them kids. They're all adults.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people that, and same on both sides, I think that, if you, I mean, if you
Um,
look at the media in general, okay, just look at
so yeah,
media in
both
general.
sides, but
The right is definitely way more.
if you look at the data, the right
Yeah,
is definitely winning over more of the young men.
right now.
Well, because look, I mean, think about it. What is the left telling our men? The left is telling the guys, like, hey, look, you have to be totally willing to sacrifice yourself or your beliefs and just kind of cater to what the women want, right?
Is
Maybe
that
not
what
totally.
is that what the left is saying
It's of
though?
more accepting. Like if you think about it, look, like everywhere we hear is men aren't enough. Like do better, right? Men are slowly going invisible right now.
Hmm.
Um, and so what do I think? Not that I agree with either the left or the right, but
Yeah.
the general messages that I'm getting from the left is be totally accepting of everything, right? Try not to be, how do I say this? Because the left is all about inclusion and you have to get everyone's perspective. So you kind of have to be very thoughtful about things.
Yeah.
And on the right, what do you have on the right? It's like, oh, masculinity is is a good thing. You should want to go out and take what's yours, and everything that's wrong is everyone else's fault. So, what do you think is going to resonate more with men that are kind of confused right now?
Yeah. I see your point there. Definitely if it's like, I think there's another layer of complication to that, right? Like, especially the past. Well, let's take it one huge step back. I think the first thing is that it's hard for me to say like left and right on this. I think it's more like because left politically speaking is typically like left is more like liberal, right? And then right is more
Well, so
conservative.
yeah, yeah,
So, if we put it like, I think this would be good for us to kind of like put as a like from the left perspective, it's like let's say all the way to the left, right, to the fucking edge of left, right,
we have like
um,
extreme feminism, right?
like extreme feminism, like fuck men, like men are
Yeah, yeah,
nothing, we
yeah.
don't need men, right? That's
And
extreme.
that's the message that the guys are getting right now.
Yes, so there's a lot of people who've been hearing that, and because I think the political climate the past 5 years or so has been like really pushing that agenda, right?
Hmm.
And then all the way to the right, the extreme right to the cliff, is like women are fucking, women belong to men, like women should stay in the
Yeah.
kitchen, whatever, right? So that's like the extreme, and on that side, so kind of. I guess establishing we need to find like terms for it. I don't even know what the fucking term is. I guess it is left and right, but I always feel weird because I consider myself more like center left, right? Definitely
Hmm.
more left than right. But at the same time, there's a lot of quote unquote right values that I have learned to embrace and
Hmm.
appreciate more, you know? So okay, so going back to the thing, to your question, yeah, absolutely. If you feel like the past like 5 years or so, especially during your adolescent years, you feel you're like quote unquote oppressed by, right, the society and the wave of more extreme feminism, right? Like all these fuck men messages.
Hmm.
Of course, all of a sudden you have these
Yeah.
guys coming up and like, yo, no, like women are the
Yeah.
problem,
And so that's why Andrew Tate's like skyrocketing right now. like
Yeah, yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Tate or what is it? Whatever or
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I mean, though he's not really more about he kind of deals with everything.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about just in the sense of socioeconomics of men and women, right?
yeah,
Like what? So Charlie Kirk is very right in everything political. I'm talking
yeah,
about Andrew Tate is very right in like traditional relationship roles, right?
yeah,
And if you look at the message that the left and the right are giving, the right is just not that I agree with the right message, like what the message the ultra right is giving is, but it's just way easier to follow that path, right? It's versus why would you have to work on yourself and take all this time with introspection versus just blaming everything on women, right? It's
yeah.
just super easy
Well,
to take that route.
yeah, I think in general people just want to find it's like human nature, right? Like they want to
Mhm.
find somebody else but ourselves to blame in
Right.
general.
Hmm.
I mean, in general, like it's always like I want to just point finger, right?
Right. Hmm.
But I always say like when you point finger, there's four of the fingers pointing, at least three
Right.
fingers
Right.
pointing
Hmm.
at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when you do
exactly.
this.
Hmm.
But
And
so being aware of that, which
and
unfortunately
my
a lot of kids don't.
yeah, and my biggest example of this is OnlyFans. Like
Mm,
I say, like I could never be upset at the woman making millions and millions of dollars on OnlyFans
yeah. Why
because
would you?
why would like yeah, it's because who's at fault there? It's the guys.
Yeah. But that's the funny part, right? But then at the
Mhm.
same time, there's all these guys that, and to be fair, there are women out there too. There are men and women out there who would say like, oh, like these OnlyFans models are trash. Like they are ruining our society. Like I'm like, well, you know what I mean? Like the guys are the ones who are fucking paying for it. And you
Right.
can't say it's unfair,
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to think of what's the equivalent of it for men that like men are just dominating it, right? And the same thing, I'm sure there are women and men who complains about it, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean, like, especially now that I'm thinking as a family unit, right? Let's say if I do have a daughter, right, in the future,
Oh man.
and then like all of a sudden she's like, "Yo, this OnlyFans thing, like, that's my jam," right? Like, I don't know, man. Like for me, it's like part of me, like I mentioned, part of me, anybody who's doing the OnlyFans and stuff, I'm like, you do you, girl. Like,
Mhm.
awesome, good for you. You embrace your body. You just do whatever you want. You're not harming anybody else, right? But then the other part is also like, like especially if it's like my own daughter, right?
Yeah.
But
What if she
if
makes
she's
18
if
million
she
dollars in two
if she
weeks?
racks, like, let's just not say $18 million, right? Let's just say like she pull like a mil a month, right? Let's just say like she pulls a mil a month,
Yeah,
right?
how do you argue with that?
You know what I mean? Like it's like, um but I guess it just all comes down to where is your line, right? Like where is your line and what is the morality to it, right? Like are are they any worse than a freaking medical insurance, like health insurance CEO? You know what I mean? Like I'll
You
argue
mean like the
like
CEO that took the tennis kid's like hat or
yeah, yeah,
whatever?
yeah, 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 exactly. Like that Polish guy who took the hat. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's all subjective.
Mhm.
You know. But well, as everybody can see, our whole podcast and live stream in general just goes. There's no specific like thing that we talk about, but we do try to hone in specifically on like men and women relationships, or anything in between, right?
Right.
I wonder. Speaking of which, I wonder if there's like I'm sure there is. I just never looked, but I'm sure there's like uh, LGBTQIA plus multiplier niche. Um,
What, like a dating app or something?
no, not dating app, OnlyFans. I'm sure there is, right?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've never looked into it. I
Yeah.
never looked into OnlyFans in general, but I'm
Yeah, I
100%.
never. Yeah.
I would put good money on yes, that there
I
probably
I would
is.
assume so. Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, dude, I'm like, oh, going back to the OnlyFans thing. Like, I don't give a shit if I like if there's a niche to like
Mhm.
something I can create that's funny. It's not sexual, but it's like funny that I can do on OnlyFans. I'll fucking do it. I don't
Yeah,
care
why not?
as long as it's not not something like sexual.
Mhm.
Like there are because OnlyFans is not even supposed to be just for sex stuff. I don't think. Um,
Yeah, but like
but most of the
99.9%
time,
of the
yeah,
stuff on
99,
OnlyFans is
yeah.
all for porn anyway.
Mhm. Yeah, it's crazy. How do people like? Are you gonna have to Google this shit? I don't want to mess up my algorithm, bro.
Oh, why are you trying to screw up my
Yeah,
algorithm?
because you got a PC. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm curious. What is the average like spending on it? Like, how much money do people spend on this shit?
What, on OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, yeah, per month.
Well, hold on. Let me go incognito mode.
Yeah,
Let's see.
incognito.
Let's see. What
Um,
is the average cost of OnlyFans? The average cost of an OnlyFans subscription isn't any single number, but it seems the average is about anywhere from $5 a month to $50 a month.
mm,
So I guess it just depends on what they set it at.
yeah, yeah. But I guess it just yeah, and also comes down to like you having to yeah, if you're like yeah, it's crazy to me, man. Like that's a fuck ton of money for somebody.
And I mean, good for her. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's
I
awesome.
can only be upset. We're talking about the same one, right? That 18-year-old girl that made $18 million dollars in like two,
Uh,
3 weeks.
uh, what's her name? I forgot her name already.
Yeah.
She's like Asian looking, right? She's
Yeah, yeah,
Asian.
yeah.
I forgot her name, but yeah,
It's ridiculous. 18, and I
yeah,
can't, like I said, I can't be mad at her. I'm not even mad, just kind of disappointed in our side of the human race. Like
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Like
Uh,
this is what we want to promote. Just and then this girl doubles down and she
yeah.
says something along the lines of women that still work 9 to 5 past 25 are failures.
She said that.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, she obviously doesn't have a perspective of that, but like, can we blame her though? That's what I'm saying though, right? You can't even blame her for it. Like, it's like if you're always lived in the same bubble, like you've never been outside of it and gained no perspective, right? Um, and I believe her dad is a lawyer or some shit, right?
I don't know. I didn't look too much into it. Like I just get random like feeds and stories
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You totally subscribed, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm like $200 in already on the first hour. I just subscribed right now.
But yeah, I believe her dad is somebody who's like well established in like some sort of professional field. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you, right? Like for me, it's just like, quite frankly, I don't even bother to be disappointed at like dudes who subscribe to the kind of shit because it's
You
like just
should
waste of
be. You
energy.
should be.
But it's like it's just such a waste of energy, though. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, like let's say for me, it's like, all right, like I take a look at an issue, like what can we do about it? Here's a more useful way of that energy, right? What can we actually do about it? Well, for starters, having conversation like this, that's a good one, right?
Mhm.
Like if you are a dude who subscribe to OnlyFans in general,
You know that Michael
leave a
Jordan
comment.
meme? That Michael Jordan meme? Stop it.
Which way? Stop
Get
it.
help
Yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no. But like, well, actually, before I even tell you to get help or whatever, right? It's like, dude, why? Tell me why. Tell me why, Because
um,
I'm curious.
I think I have a theory of why guys go into OnlyFans. I
Yeah,
mean,
why do you go on OnlyFans, Andy?
well, I go on OnlyFans mostly. Oh, you almost got me. No, 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 but it's just a false sense of connection.
But you can do that anywhere else.
But why would you when all you have to do is go? You can sit at home.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go out to the bar or the club or I don't know where
No,
people
you
meet.
don't. But you can use fucking Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
Yeah, but can you see? You can't see like TNA on TikTok and Instagram.
What's CNA?
Tits and ass.
Oh, oh, got terms and shit. Okay, so you can't see TNA. I mean, you can see quite a bit on the Instagram
Yeah,
nowadays
but
and
it's
TikTok.
like full nude on OnlyFans
Um, but then what's the difference with porn sites?
because you
Free.
actually interact with them. Like they send
Okay.
you messages and shit.
Okay. So you pay, right? You
Hmm.
subscribe, or I'm gonna assume, right? This is how it works, right? Like the more
Hmm.
you pay, the more interaction you get. I mean, that's the only
Probably.
logical way. Yeah. Anybody who subscribed to OnlyFans,
Yeah, I would
please let us
actually
know. Leave a
like
comment.
to know what the experience is there.
Yeah, yeah. Well. Here's a good point, right? If it's like, okay, I pay money, I get this transactional interaction, right? Um, like that, I can understand it. I disagree with it. I can understand it, right? Like, but it all comes down to like it's gotta be deep down, like something
No,
that's missing.
it's no, it's the
Loneliness.
epidemic of loneliness that's going on right now
Yeah.
for both
But
women and men, but it's hitting men a lot more.
well, yeah, because I think society in general ignores men's feeling more, right?
Well, yeah, men are just kind of invisible right now,
Yeah,
and it's actually been shown that women are better at making friends than men are, right? And that kind of tracks because women are just way more in tune with community
emotions.
building than men. Yeah, emotions and community building than men are.
Yeah, in general.
Like we're still like if you compare like a 20-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man, the woman is like a PhD in relationship building and the man's still like in kindergarten.
Speak
Like
for yourself.
we're
Speak
pretty
for yourself,
stupid
bro.
in terms of no, I mean
Speak for yourself, bro.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
saying most guys
Yeah. In
pretty bad
general,
at that kind of stuff.
yeah. I think, well, do you think, here's the question, right? Like, is that a biological inherent thing or is that a societal thing, right? Because I think it's both, obviously. Like, biologically speaking, right? Men and women obviously wired differently, right? Or anything
Yeah.
between, right? Like, wired differently, right? But a huge part of is society. You know what I mean? It's like me liking like both of us liking salsa dance, right? Me liking the color purple, right? And we're very like I myself consider myself very in tune with my emotion. I'm very aware, right? To the typical straight dude's world, that's gay, right?
Mhm.
That's not something you're supposed to do as a dude, right? As a
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
cisgender straight dude, right?
Let's
Um,
go play football and grab on other guys instead.
yeah, but like, yeah, but that's more gay to me. You know what I mean? Like, I've touched more women dancing than than football players, right? But but it's like a society in general, right? Culture, society in general. It's like this is what we're on. And don't get me wrong, I think it's awesome, right? Like, I think it's a very like, I think James Bond is like, like a stereotypical, right? What masculine men is like, right?
Mhm.
He's kind of like a womanizer, obviously, but I think it's fucking awesome, right? I aspire to be like James Bond in terms of the charms and all that, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think it's societal, right? How much of it is biological? I guess that's my question.
A lot of it. I mean, it's just like millennia of evolution. What are the men supposed to do all the time? Go out, hunt, hunter gatherer, and then what? So the women are in charge of building the home and community, at
But
least back in those days, right?
back in those days, but that's what I'm saying though, right? Like, but if our society flips, right? If we are, right? Like, look, like now there's way more, right? What do you call it? Stay-at-home dads and stuff, right?
Well, so I think that's where the disconnect is here between men and women. There's been a lot of focus on the evolving like role on what women are supposed to do, but
Mhm.
there's not hasn't been much discussion on how the role of a man has changed.
Mm.
I
Can you
think
give
that's
me your,
safe to say. Like if you look at like you're about to ask for an example, right? So
yeah,
I think right now in terms of like as breadwinners, like you said, there's been a lot more instances of women just being the financially stable of the two.
hmm
Um, and so
women?
that yeah, like
Hmm
it's getting up there, right? Everyone says the wage gap's there, but if you look at the data, women in their 20s are actually catching up and in some places exceeding men in wages.
hmm
Um, there's a higher rate of college entrance acceptances rates in women than men, right?
hmm
More men are like failing to get into college.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think women are killing it and it's great, but it's just kind of left men behind.
yeah. And I think a lot of it is also it's like a vicious cycle though, right? Like when men are um when men are taught to toughen up, not express your emotions, shut up, right? And then all of a sudden it creates all these psychological things, right? and then it creates this like problem with their understanding of male and female relationships, and then it affects their education, I'm sure. Um, you know, uh,
I actually think that there's kind of a reversal of that going on right now. There's not a lot of toughen up talk, right? If you look at schools, what are the
mhm.
percentages of female teachers, you think?
That's a good question. I'm gonna assume it's way more, like
It's way
60,
more, right?
70%.
hmm
Yeah.
So schools actually, not any fault of their own. It's just school system was built up this for years and years, centuries. It actually helps women or little girls more than boys, right? Because what are we supposed to do in school? We're supposed to use our inside voice, like talk through feelings, and there's not a lot of exercise anymore anyway. There's PE or there's very little recess. But if you look at how actually boys learn and girls learn, boys, we have shit attention spans. We're like goldfish. Like we want to just learn like really intensely for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then we're like, okay, I'm over it. Let's go run. Let's go play some basketball or something.
Hmm.
And girls, they actually have a better attention span than guys. So they can actually, buckle down and learn for a couple hours more than guys can in one sitting. So,
Yeah. That I'm not sure
Mhm.
yeah, but I can see where you're saying, when it comes to the educational system, right? Like, well, I mean, that's a whole other conversation with the educational system in general. Our educational system is designed to train for workers, not for thinkers, not to be, you know what I mean? Like, and it's been like, dude, like what SAT was designed like during World War One and World War Two, you know? So it's like we're still taking tests for that time, right? And people are not trained to be modernized, you know? So
Yeah.
that's a whole other conversation around that. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see like, boys and girls. I mean, these are the things that again, like I have to think about as a family unit moving forward, right? It's like school, right? How much of it is gonna be it's gonna be interesting, and that actually ties directly into a conversation around
Oh,
like,
we have comments. Are you listening to
yeah,
the
oh, we
comments?
we have a comment. Oh, is that my lovely lady who left a comment? Somebody left a comment. Oh, who is?
It
Oh, we
says
have a little
because
Tay. Oh, I just
because
saw. Oh, we
because
got,
men as teachers just exist in a classroom. They don't
yeah,
control it.
men as teachers exist in a classroom. They don't control, because men as teachers just exist in a
Like
classroom. They
male
don't
teachers just exist. They don't try to control it.
control what though?
The class.
Really?
It's been a long time since I've been in any kind of school setting, so I'm trying to remember back.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, no, I think male teachers are pretty well. Okay, so f female teachers in general. Okay, first of all, like I think the fact that there are more female teachers is n- is probably because female in general are just more caring and they're more nurturing. And this is a more, and you're gonna fucking hate me for this saying, but like, so it's just a more natural path for them, right? It's like they actually have the, quite frankly, they have the heart, for versus like guys, right? Probably want to go out there and fucking build shit, destroy
I
shit,
will
or like,
say, I remember one time all the way in high school, we had I forget what my teacher's name was, but it was a male teacher, and
yeah,
he got really pissed off at the students, and he was just like yelling at everybody.
yeah.
And then we were all like, "Oh my God!" And then like 2 days later, he's all like, he had to sit down. He's like, "Guys, like I'm sorry about that outburst. I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to do that."
That's good for him though. Well, actually that reminded me. So I grew up, for those people who don't know, I grew up in Taiwan, right? And during that time, I mean, political climate is very different from now, but I have had terrible teachers who were female. I've had amazing teachers who were female, right? Like I'm talking about terrible teachers who like scream, like straight up have like a tantrum, and then like threw a chair at one of my classmates. Crazy stuff like that. That was crazy. Like, and then got fired, right? But I've also had amazing, the most like consequential, most influential. I have two teachers that were the most influential for me in my upbringing. First and second grade teacher, who's a female one, and then in my middle school, who was a male. teacher. He was absolutely awesome. And yeah, I mean, so I don't I don't know about like the men in the teacher existing in class, they don't control it. Like I'm not sure how to like interpret
Well,
that.
so I think that going back to the fact as trying to control, you know how little boys they can't sit still and they always want to just because they have this testosterone in them, they have to release
Yeah.
energy. So what happens? They automatically get diagnosed with like ADHD. Like, oh, why can't you sit still? Why can't you be quiet? It's ADHD.
Nowadays,
Yeah,
maybe.
nowadays. No, it's just the natural biology of testosterone giving all these kids energy or the boys, right? So that's why I say give more recess time to the boys. Let them run around, release the energy, and then they're going to be more acceptable or susceptible to learning.
Yeah. They make jokes, they teach the material, and yes, they get angry easily when students don't respect them. Yeah. I think I've had experience of both for sure, and I've definitely have male teachers that are like very much like disciplined, like set the like draw the line, and if you cross the motherfucking line, like you cross the line, and then there's also female teachers just like have no sort of ability to do that. So I don't know. I mean, I think is we don't have enough data pool for that, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I should want to research into maybe.
Yeah, and that's something we can like look back and
Mhm.
study on. Let me just kind of change my color here a little bit. Okay, great. Thank you for participating. Shout out to Lacey. Yeah. But I agree with you. I don't know if it's just for boys. Like I think in general, like our school system just needs to change. You
I
know?
would like to see at least for like kindergarten, like pre-K, right?
Yeah.
Uh, like just separate the boys and girls
Yeah. Um.
because they each have different learning styles.
Yeah. Well, that's where like a lot of schools back in the day, right? Like even middle school and high school all the way through, right? They have right men and women separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm all for like embracing our natural selves for whatever gender you are. But there are always gonna be, right, boys that are more quote unquote feminine inclined and then girls who are more quote unquote masculine inclined, you know?
I mean, sure.
That's where the tricky part comes in, I think.
I guess. I mean, I guess I just don't have the data points on what that
Yeah,
is on
yeah.
little kids
I
right
don't think
now.
we have enough data points for this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean it
Like,
is
are you talking
interesting.
about kids, like little kids in kindergarten that say they feel like they're a girl, or that's
No,
a
no, I'm
boy
not
that
talking
was?
about feeling like I'm just talking about like they might just quote unquote, right? Like a girl who quote unquote act like a boy or a boy quote unquote act
Mm-mm.
like a girl, right? But it's just like just preferences, you know what I mean? Like just shit that's, you know what I mean? So or just the way they behave, right? We're talking about running around. There are girls who are probably like, you know, act, with the energy level of boys. So we don't really know what that is. And it comes down to I think my philosophy in general in life is just be who you are as long as you're not harming others and let others be who the fuck they are as long as they're
Yeah,
not harming others.
I would agree with
You
that.
know? Yeah, I think we're in agreement with that. And then like don't tell me what to do, just like I'm
Yeah,
not gonna tell you what to do.
exactly.
You know?
That's a big thing.
And that's the interesting thing about I guess like education system in general. Okay, so what is another topic that we should talk about?
I don't know what's been new lately about just I guess
Let's
anything
see.
interesting and new.
Anything
Let's see.
interesting and
Oh, I
new?
heard an interesting article
There were
like
some clips that we were watching.
or Bumble, right? They're laying off 30% of their staff because online dating is starting to
Bumble?
dwindle. Yeah.
Oh shit. Interesting. Well, good that I met my girl on Bumble already before they fire all the 30%. Yeah.
I mean, good riddance. I think online dating is like the scourge of modern dating right now.
Oh, I bet. Hmm. I bet. I mean, like it's not like you're like dating anymore, but like the dating pool in general, I just heard is just horrendous.
And I think it's the fault of men and women using online dating.
Yes,
No, it's not. It's
yes.
not a maybe. It's totally. They've done it to
Like,
themselves.
yeah, like okay, people do it to themselves because they're trading convenience, right? They're like, okay, well, I don't want to go out there, I don't want to, and it's just make it easier, right? So I'm gonna
Hmm.
do, but it's also like, dude, it's a classic, man, and I love capitalism, right? Like as an entrepreneur, right? Like I'm all for it, but it's
Oh,
like, bro, it's like the whole thing is designed to, you know what I mean,
well,
to
yeah.
make
So
money.
it's hilarious. So it's funny that you say capitalism, but I wasn't going to say capitalism in the sense of the company making money, but now dating is actually replicating capitalism right now. And I say that because just in the terms of let's just say, very uh not that it's true, but let's say someone's look, like how good they look is their worth, right?
Hmm.
So their net worth is their attractiveness.
So neither of us are worth much.
Yeah, we're like in the bottom
Two,
20%. Probably like
yeah,
yeah,
two,
we're
yeah,
we're
exactly.
yeah,
Two,
we're in the
two out of
poverty
10.
line. We're in the
Yeah,
poverty
we're
line
the
right now.
poverty line. We're not. Yeah, yeah. We're the line.
Yeah. But let's say the guys in the top 20, and this is all factual. You can fact check this. The guys in the 20%, like so the 20% of the top good looking guys,
Yeah,
they're getting about like almost 70, around 70 to 80% of all the swipes.
yeah,
And so that means the top 20% are getting 80% of the economic wealth. If that's pretty much kind of like how we're doing right now with
yeah, but
capitalism,
probably
right?
more extreme. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
And
Go
so
ahead.
where does that leave the other 80% of guys?
They
No,
gotta.
yeah. And that why and now we wonder why OnlyFans is taking off or
Yeah,
has been
well,
taking
the
off.
the problem is okay. So here's the problem, right? The problem is that in the world, right, in the capitalistic world, like at least, all right, like there's obviously limitations, but at least in the U.S., we're so lucky to have the ability and the opportunity to blank whatever to break you out of that 80%,
Hmm.
tier, right? You just have to decide that I want to break out of this, right? But unfortunately, for the online dating world, you only have a few photos and videos, and you can't
Hmm.
change anything about your face, right? And the algorithm doesn't help you, right? And we
No,
talked about this
there's
before.
like a the term elo.
What's the elo?
Like, because we're both gamers, right? So let's say, how do I determine this? Like, all right, so we both used to play Apex.
Hmm.
That would match us with similarly leveled
Oh, I see. Yeah,
players. And
yeah,
so I think none of the dating companies will admit to this, but I think all the matches have like a secret hidden elo where the more attractive or the more desirable your profile is, the better looking matches or opportunities you'll get.
yeah.
Like
Of
will be
course.
presented to you.
They even said it. I think it's OkCupid or somebody. They talked about it. The founder of OkCupid talked about it, I think. And I personally, I mean, you and I personally experienced this way back. But like as an Asian man, right? Like we are quote unquote Asian men and black women are quote unquote the least desirable people on the
Mhm.
dating app, right? Just based off of swipes, right? So like we were talking about, when all of a sudden you become that deck of undesirables, right? They're going to match two undesirable people, right? No, I mean this. I mean, I have personally experienced
The
it,
deck of
tested it, tested it.
undesirables.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny. I personally tested it out. Like back when I was living with a guy and a girl, right? A dude who's very attractive white dude, and then a girl just, very attractive white woman, right? And we tested on Tinder. It was way back. And we both, me and the guy, and her, so we set to the exact same settings, right? All three of us. And then a girl, sorry, both the guy and I we just swipe everybody to the right, right? And we see our roommate like pretty fast, right? So we
Mhm.
both swipe her to the right, okay? So theoretically speaking, right? She should, and we swipe to the end of the deck. She should be able to see both of us, right? To the end of the deck, right? His
You guys,
profile, his profile showed up literally, like his profile showed up like within like 2 minutes, whatever, right? And then she keeps swiping to the quote unquote end of the deck. Okay. My profile didn't show up for like almost 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm serious. And this, I mean, this is like, it's really funny, but like, it's sad though, right? I mean, luckily, at least I'm a very confident person, right? And like, I would still meet people, right? Outside, whatever, right? But imagine if you're somebody who has low self-esteem already, like, that shit's gonna hit you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Time to subscribe to
Like, you
OnlyFans, right? That's the
literally, yeah,
time.
well, yeah. So therefore, you just fuck it. I'm just gonna pay to jerk off, whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah. So I mean, okay, Cupid. I think you can look it up. I forgot the founder's name, but yeah, they said it. They said like, ah, that's what it is. I mean, I don't blame them, right? From the business end, right? I can
yeah.
understand it, even though I disagree with it, right? Like, but I can understand it, right? And that's where it's like, wow, shit. Well, it's the same thing, right? The apps, you can pay too, right? You can pay to boost yourself, whatever.
Uh, Probably. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, you
So it's like
totally
a
boosted. You totally
you get
boosted,
you
bro.
get paid to play. That's what they call
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You totally boosted, bro. You boosted from
Bro, I
the
don't
deck
need
of
a
us.
boost. No.
Yeah. You're Andy's how tall you are? 6'3"?
Two.
6'2". Ooh,
Yeah.
humbling. The 6'2" Asian man who is Korean, who is very hot right now, or half Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta ride that K-pop Demon Hunter wave.
Yeah, you gotta ride that wave. Yeah. Anyway, cool. So that's dating apps. Um, Yeah, so this live format, I think it's fun. What we can do is we can invite people on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know in the comments those people who are watching. Okay, so
All
lazy.
four of you.
Yeah, all four of you are watching. It's probably including two of
Yeah,
us.
yeah, including the two of us.
Why did Lacey say sorry? Okay, sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
But don't be sorry. This is America. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, this is fun. I think we can invite people on and test it out and see, just have good conversations weekly. We'll pick some topics and we'll refine as we go. And any final thoughts, Andy?
Um, no, just I guess men stop subscribing to OnlyFans. If
Yeah,
you
you
want.
know what we should do? Every week we should just do final thoughts and like a call to action, a CTA.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Stop subscribing to OnlyFans.
Like
Um,
just use that money to actually here instead of
Unless
that.
it's my
Look,
OnlyFans, then
yeah.
subscribe.
Instead of paying that $50 a month, that OnlyFans subscription, guys, use that $50 a month to go to some coffee shop and then have that chance to strike up a conversation with a girl you see there.
Bro, you clearly haven't lived life, bro. $50, go to coffee shop.
That's
You
like
can
two
go there for
coffee shop
like
visits, right?
that's like two. $50? Let's say if you do meet some attractive girl you want to talk to and you're like, let me offer you a coffee. That's like two. So
Hey,
again,
hey,
going back,
hey,
hey, I guess that's why
hey,
people subscribe to
but
OnlyFans.
hey, but you will be talking to real women instead
Mm.
of getting that $50 a month to someone that's online.
I mean, they're real too.
I'm not gonna say anything about that. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. Just different. I guess the what's that called? Parasocial? Is that what it's called? Parasocial relationship?
what is
Is that what
that,
it's
Paris?
called? But when it's like you have like that's what it is, right? Like when you are somebody who pay like there's like a false sense of
Oh,
relationship that you have.
oh, I don't know. I don't know what the
Uh,
term is.
Dude, I mean, even, don't even say OnlyFans. Like even I have, I'm lucky to have fans who enjoy my work, my creative work, right? Like even I have fans that like they act like we've known each other for, you know what I mean? I'm just like, no, I don't know you, but I appreciate you.
Mhm.
And I can only imagine if it's somebody who does explicit shit, right? I mean, dude, let's going back before we wrap it up. Like that's not fucking crazy shit, man. Like I cannot imagine, right? As a kid, right, or like whatever, a young adult, or even an older adult. Yeah. Let's just talk about young adult. If you're like in the 20 something, right, and all of a sudden you have a credit card, you can and you subscribe to OnlyFans, and all of a sudden you're like paying $20, whatever the price point is, um, and then some woman out there that you find extremely attracted to, right, is willing to do something sexually, right, for you, right, like. I can only imagine what that does wiring your freaking brain, like how the reward system
It's a
works in
dopamine
life.
hit. It's a
Oh
dopamine
yeah, yeah,
hit.
yeah, 100%. But there's so many fucking different ways you watch porno for free.
Yeah,
But I
like
guess
they won't
is that
respond to
relation
you.
is I guess is that transactional? What do you think? Do you think here's a really interesting one though. Do you think that the action of paying that makes them feel powerful? OnlyFans
Who
subscribers, tell me, right?
that makes them feel powerful?
Is it because like you paying money, you're like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, like I'm fucking paying for it, you know what I mean? Like the action of it. Do you think
Uh,
that's what gives them that like
I don't,
fucking
I don't think so. I mean, look at like,
but then if you can get that shit, if you can get that shit for free, then right?
I mean, that's like, look at all those guys walking out of like massage parlors. Do they walk out off like high and mighty, like, oh, I just paid for getting a hand job? No, they're
Hmm.
like, no, they'd be like, they're just gonna walk out with like a cap, just like covering their face. They don't want to be recognized. It's like
Yeah,
a,
well that's that yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how I equate it to. Anyway,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's something to think about there though, right? Like the fact that you're paying for like well, do you think OnlyFans subscribers are ashamed?
I would, I would
Are you ashamed,
like.
Andy? Are you ashamed?
You know, I used to be, but I just made my
Yes, me not
peace with
anymore.
it. No, no,
Now you just
no.
own it.
Like, look, I don't think everyone like. All right, here's the thing. Here's the litmus test. Just ask anyone. Just like openly give this information if they are an OF subscriber or not.
Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna come out and be like, go out to me. It's like, hey, my name is so and so. I'm an OnlyFans subscriber. It's not like something they wear as like a badge of honor.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Maybe some people are
I think paying for attention is one of the is pretty. It's pretty pathetic. Like in that sense, right?
paying for attention.
Paying for the like sexual attention.
Oh, sexual attention. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty. I think that all goes back to it all goes back to also like
No,
how
I mean,
society functions, though.
if that's your
Look,
only form of connection to the opposite sex is to pay for it. I think that's you gotta look, you gotta do some soul searching, man. Like you have to
yeah,
find out why is this the only way I can interact with women.
yeah. I agree with you though, right? Like, but going back to, I think all goes back down to when you are growing up, right? Like, and we were talking about this, like the loneliness and whatever men and women thing, right? Like growing up, like if you're a boy versus if you're a girl, right? Like, let's say a boy and a girl, right? Both are just crying for attention, right? Like we know who's gonna get more attention, at least initially,
Yeah, I mean, we already know
right?
society is way more empathetic towards women than men.
Yeah, we know that, right? So that's what I'm saying, right? So but like if growing up you're conditioned that like, dude, it doesn't matter what the fuck I do, right? As a boy or as a man, right? Nobody's gonna give a shit about me, right? Then all of a sudden you're like, wow, the moment that's going back to my power thing I was talking about, right? All of a sudden, like when you start having money or whatever, right? You're like, wow, I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do this to get the attention that I want, because I can't think of any other way that is more convenient and fast. Um,
Well, okay,
and
so there you said it, convenient and fast.
yeah,
All right, they don't want to put in the work to make something
yeah,
lasting.
maybe, or maybe they think. Do you think? Hey, yeah, we need an OnlyFans subscriber up here, dude. We need to get somebody. We need to call somebody who subscribes to OnlyFans. Who in our friends group you think subscribes to OnlyFans? Call it out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, like I said, no one's gonna openly admit, oh yeah, I'm an OnlyFans subscriber.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I have to
You
ask.
know what the saddest stories I see about OF is when fans go to meet like the OnlyFans girls, right?
Oh,
And then they spend some ridiculous amount of money, like
yeah,
I don't know what it would be, like into five figures. And then they just and then the very next day the OnlyFans model probably just goes off on a vacation to spend that money.
yeah.
It's like it's sad. Like you're you're not getting anything from that girl except like a superficial sense of relationship, and you're just bankrolling her.
Yeah.
through life.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? I agree with you in all this, by the way, just so you know. But I'm trying to think of other equivalent of this, right? Like, for example, like for example, like my girl, she loves Shakira, right? Like we're willing to spend money to go, right? Like I
To a
have my
Shakira
fans, like
concert.
right to Shakira concert to have like a interaction, right? Let's say if like Shakira or like whatever, like Tom Cruise, all of a sudden he was like, "Yo, I got what's that called? Cameo,
OnlyFans? Oh.
cameo,
Oh,
right?"
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I actually I don't know if I think I'm too cheap for that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like what I'm trying to say is like I'm asking the question. I agree with you, right? Like it is pretty like pathetic and sad to like for somebody to like pay for OnlyFans and go to, but then it's like asking the question of like how is that different from any other relationship that could be building out there? You know what I mean?
It's not a false relationship.
What do you mean by that?
Like I'm pretty sure like you and your girl, like she's not going out with you just because of how much money you give her.
No, no, no. I know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like how is that different from relationship? Let's say if it's like basically a non-sexual, right? Like for
Yeah.
example, if there's like a creator who does amazing art, whatever, right? Like you or a musician, you subscribe to, then you pay money for. You know what I mean? That's the question I'm asking myself. The moral question I'm asking, right? I guess the main difference is that the line of like sexual fantasy. I think that's the only difference.
Right, because you're
You
selling a false sense of intimacy.
hmm.
And intimacy, I think, is just, I mean, grant it's harder and harder to get intimacy these days.
It's harder and harder to get intimacy. Speak for yourself, bro.
I mean, just in general, not for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
us, but
I know. I know. Yeah, I mean, you and I get intimate.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
right after this podcast.
Yeah. Right before and right after this podcast. We get real intimate. Yeah. But yeah. So intimacy, yeah, I think so in general is,
Like we said,
um
like at the beginning of this podcast, it's the epidemic of loneliness.
yeah. Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, like I've noticed myself, I mean, I don't mind sharing. I talk about this before actually. Like I've noticed that if I am spending time with the P word, right? Like it messes my whole dopamine system, you
Mm.
know? Or just not even P word, let's just say social media in general, right? Like when you're constantly just like fucking hit with these dopamines is so bad, dude. Like I said, like thinking as a family unit, like my future kid. I'm not gonna fucking let them touch a screen for a while until,
Probably that's probably a good thing to do.
yeah, like, and I'm gonna have to control myself a lot too. You know what I mean? Like, because that shit is
Yeah.
so toxic, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's
You're
bad.
looking at too much porn, man.
Yeah. I'm paying you to do the things. You're making my money.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I think just in general, social media. And as a creator myself, right? Like I have to like to create, and I do my best to just like create and then just done. And I create content for other people too. So it's like I have to spend the time, but I try to like disconnect,
Yeah.
afterwards. So, all right, well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap up the meat. You can wrap my meat.
What was your call to action? I already said what
My
mine was.
Yeah. My call to action is yeah, so we were talking about don't subscribe to OnlyFans. My call to action would be do subscribe to this channel, all right? For those of you guys who tune in, all right? This is not OnlyFans, but you know what? You could be a fan. So subscribe to this channel. We got
Right
a
now
lot
there
of
are
stuff.
OnlyFans because we
Yeah,
only have like
because
four
you're
people
you're our
watching.
only fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, do become our. We want you to
OnlyFans.
not be our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you like this conversation or anything else you see on this channel, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell,
Yeah,
and
leave a comment, man. What you
leave a
guys liked, what
comment.
you guys didn't
Yes.
like,
What should we talk about?
what you guys want us to discuss.
Yeah, next week. We'll be here next week. I will be in Canada, but I
Mm.
will be online. It will be a late night, but we're gonna have some late night talk,
Yeah.
yo.
Join us every Wednesday at 9 Pacific.
9 Pacific every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Pacific time. The Hump Day Meat.
Hump Day Meats.
Yeah. All right. Well, that will be all. Thank you all so much. My name is Tony Shriller, and that is,
Andy,
and we'll see you next time.
take it easy, guys.
Peace outside.